Good morning, whoop whoop. What do we got here? Mustang number 2. Gotta go take this for a wheel alignment. Cold start, maybe? -7 PSI of fun air. We're gonna have to do something about that. It's still only on like 4 pounds of boost. Here we are, my favorite dealerships, Legacy Auto Group, with 8 dealerships across Alberta and BC. It's the only place you gotta go to get a good deal. Colby's not here, I guess I'm the captain of the dealership now. It's okay, everybody, take breaks. It's on me. Remember, there's only one way to win our 55-mile-an-hour pit trike, and that's by going to boostedlifestyle.com. Every $1 spent gets you 1 entry. That's the only way to enter. I'm only gonna do one of these things, so you get 1 of 1. That's it. Boostedlifestyle.com. Support your boy. All right, you guys remember this is my 1995 Ford Mustang?
LS swapped Ford Muscle Stang built by Kyle.
We got our really nice built engine back. And we have a nice transmission over there. Time to mate them, put them in this thing so I can start building the front motor plates. This is our old engine, which we ran last year. We went 814. This had stock bottom end stuff in it. We bent a couple rods in it. That's why it looks all sad and not happy over here. But it's time to get this one prepped with our new transmission. This is a Turbo 400, but it's rebuilt by James Hatfield. But let's get this ready to go in the car. All right, we need to get our flywheel off of this engine to put onto this one. Get into the engine crane, obviously. Get the front motor plates off here first, because we're gonna reuse all these accessories. Remember that one time I broke the block and then I welded it back together and then we went 814 with this engine? Yeah, me too. Good times. My ears. That goes on this one. Basically just stick the screwdriver where it fits in there. Now you definitely don't want to forget your torque converter before you bolt everything together, because then you'll have to unbolt it and put the torque converter back in. It's basically like a slippy clutch, but it works pretty good actually. There it goes, nice. And now you make kiff, but only if I can find some bolts. I have a feeling I stole the transmission bolts to put in Gina's car, but I have a feeling like as I go through this build, I'm gonna find that a lot of my stuff ended up on Gina's car. Got Gina's car back, that's all aligned. It drives like so straight as an arrow right now. My boys at Legacy Auto Group got me covered, best place ever. Now we get to drop this bad boy back in place. Now just to bolt it in place. We gotta build some motor mount tabs actually, but just bolt the mid plate in place and the trans in place, and then that should put our motor plates exactly where we need them. All right, we've got the trans mount bolted up. We have the rear plate bolted up. Now the front plate is settled exactly where we need to build some mounts off of this tube to here, and then same thing on the other side. So this tube is 1 5/8. We're gonna have to get a hole saw, cut a piece of metal out, and then, you know, kind of just stick it in place, get a tack weld on it, drill some holes. That's a lot of stuff, but let's just do it. We're gonna start by putting an 1.5 inch hole in this pretty thick plate right here. The reason we're going 1.5 inch, I don't have an 1 5/8 hole saw, which is what that bar is, but we're gonna put a hole in it, that way it copes perfectly to our pipe, and then we'll cut it with the bandsaw. You'll see, it'll work good. I'm gonna actually put a pilot hole with the drill press. There you go, clean that up. There you go, clean that up, weld that in place, drill those holes, mount it on that side, and then just build another one for that side. Easy. 1, 2. Time to weld them up, baby. I love TIG welding. TIG welding is so much fun. If you ain't TIG welding, you probably MIG arc welding. Oh my God. I might have to put a tungsten in there, huh? Idiot.
Been there, done that.
All right, both welded in. Now we just have to clamp them tight again and drill the holes. Now you can bolt it together, and then the stand can come off. Free flowing. Here we go, moment of truth. And the engine's in there, baby. Oh yeah, we got a motor. Now let's toss our valve covers on to keep the motor clean after we've done stuff with it not on. It wasn't very smart of me, but each pigeon their own tree. Don't know what that means, but it sounded smart. Okay, I want to try something here really quick, I think. Our old intake setup actually went backwards. It went inside, the air to water was inside the car. I want to see with our turbo kit, if we can turn the intake manifold back this way and possibly run an air-to-air intercooler in the front and an upright radiator. That way we can do more drag and drive events a lot easier. And we lose a bit of weight from the back end of the car and put it up in the front. Temporarily mock up our headers, our turbo merge pipe, and see where our wastegates sit to see if that's even a possibility. Sometimes it do be like that when you gotta use a ratchet strap to pull your turbo kit together. Stuff just expands and contracts, just the way it is. We might be able to just build a little weird pipe up over that. Let me just grab a wastegate. I only have one here, the other one's on the Honda. You know what? I could probably make that fit pretty easy, to be honest. The only thing I'm concerned about is the height of the hood now, which means we have to get the fenders over here to see if the intake fits underneath the hood, which, judging by this body line right here, it may, but you don't know until you actually do it. All right, we got the hood back on here. It did hit the throttle body a little bit, so I flipped it over so the IAC, like the big beefy thing, is on the bottom there. So now we can think about mounting the turbo in a different position than right here, because I want to put the radiator standing up straight and put the bumper on in front of that, and maybe an intercooler in there too. Who knows? Possibilities are endless.
Me and Kyle are also half cavemen.
We're cavemen?
Yeah.
Everyone knew that because I use everything as a hammer.
Yeah, because look. We make sticks that are permanently sharp. We make sticks that are permanently sharp.
Yeah, we're cavemen. I know for the past 20 minutes you've just been outside beating up that tree over there. That little shrub tree, you've just been beating it up.
Maybe I have.
All right, so I got another True North Turbo 88mm from Isaac just to borrow because he has one. Nick has mine. But putting that in there, the radiator will not fit in the front, so I might design myself a different turbo mount, like different turbo hot side. Maybe not the turbo off to one side so I can put the radiator straight up and down for maximum cooling.
And also I like this car, so please fix it.
Okay. Wow, pressure's on now. Tokyo and I went for a drive and we found some wild drifters. Like I said, drift boys. Is that the real Paul Gravy?
In the flesh, baby.
The Gucci hat? You work for Enbridge, bro?
100%.
Do I make a drift car now and be a drift boy? That's the original Drift Jesus, but I think my hair and my beard are more Jesus-y than you now, right now.
I don't know. Your beard definitely is.
It's an MR2, but it's got a V6 motor in it. Can't believe you got real Rotas. So jealous. Real Rotas.
Real Rotas.
Like real XXRs?
No, just real Rotas, not XXRs.
Sunday car meets. You just gotta break the tires in. You got to get that little shiny coating off the tires, or else they don't stick right. So like I said, we have Isaac's mock-up turbo in here. We have both wastegates on, and it kind of fits. Here's my current predicament. So I want to run the radiator vertical, just because I know it would help the cooling of it. I can lay it at an angle and build some ducting for it. I know that will work because it worked last year, but I'm really torn between rebuilding this setup right here and moving the turbo, or just keeping everything the way it is and I can have it running in like 2 days. That's my current predicament right now. What do you guys think? Should I just put everything back the way it was, where the intercooler is back on the inside? I could literally have it running in like 2 days and have a working car. Or do I move the turbo to a better location for a drag and drive event? Let's go ahead and toss the front bumper on here and see kind of what space we're working with. Put the radiator roughly in space, in outer space. Try and find somewhere for this air to water intercooler and go from there, I guess. It's a hard knock life for me. It's a hard knock life. You gotta pee. Now in order to hold the whole bumper up, you need to hold it from somewhere in this area, which is what these uprights are for, and these tabs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower the hood, get a jack under the bumper, jack it up till the bumper is level with the hood, and then I'm going to weld our tabs to those bars. I did make one boo-boo here. I welded these things up completely before having the hood and the fenders on, and it ended up being a little bit too much this way, and now I had to put a little bit of washers behind it just to space it out correctly, but no big deal. Don't look over there. Look at that. True North Turbos. If you don't know, now you know. Our own company make awesome turbos. Make sure to go check them out. Everything is in place here. And that side. So the bumper's held up. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to grab my new headlights, because I got some new headlights to replace the old ones, and then we're gonna put them in there and see how they look. Now don't get it twisted, these are just Amazon lights, but instead of being chrome like the last ones, we got some black lights instead. So these are the new ones. And that was the old ones. So you can see which one is cooler, by far. Everything blacked out is cool. Actually, I feel like if you were born after a certain age, chrome wasn't cool anymore. So if you're like 45 and older, chrome was probably cool. And then if you're younger than that, it's not cool anymore. So now the unfortunate part, it appears they didn't give us any hardware. Well, we gotta get some of the gaps right, but that definitely looks way better than chrome. Now, I bought these a while ago because I definitely wouldn't be splurging on something like this nowadays. Like I said, I'm so torn. I don't know if I want the radiator flat down here, and then can I even fit this air to water in this corner somewhere? Maybe. Is there a good way to get the compressor outlet over there? Probably not. It might have to go back in the car the way it was until I either A, completely redesign this turbo kit, or B, get an air intercooler in the front. Even then, it's not going to fit with our radiator flat like this. Anyways, I feel like we got a big jump start on this, but I really want to know what you guys think. Should I end up redoing the hot side, mounting some more stuff in the front, or should I just put it back the way it was and then we could drive it in like 3 days from now? So let me know. And remember, boostedlifestyle.com, every $1 is one entry, your last shot to get something for this thing. And I'm gonna end it at the 15th of this month, so we got like 10 or 11 days left, and then that's it, it's gone. And right now, probably lost money doing it, but it's okay. I'm so excited to give it to one of you guys. Peace easy, get that V.